Good morning. I'm going to attempt to cook a shrimp gumbo. Probably, I'm 54 years old and I never can get my shrimp gumbo to come out. So I've tried many different ways and I know how to cook a lot of things, but today I'm gonna try another shrimp gumbo. This is what I've done so far. Wait, let me get my jar of roux to show you the ingredients I'm using. First of all, this is what I'm gonna try, and I try different ways. Today I'm using Savoy's old-fashioned roux, and I put about a half a jar. And this is my double roaster pot. It's probably about 6 quarts of water, and I found these at the grocery store because I didn't have any fresh shrimp. So I found this Louisiana Select Gulf Shrimp Wild Caught, which is, I think it was on sale for like $5, which is not a bad price. And it's frozen, but they're frozen, a hard freeze, whatever you call that. And I'm defrosting it in some cold water, and they're not deveined, so you get what you pay for. If you would have, you have to pay for them to devein it. So in a little while, after I get my gumbo started, I'm gonna kind of be telling you some of the tricks of the trade I've heard from all my Cajun ancestors cooking. Like I said, I cook a lot of things, and the one thing that gives me trouble is gumbos. And I've heard countless stories, and I still have trouble, and I never know what it's going to come out. I don't know why gumbo is so hard for me. But anyway, you have to devein all these shrimp. I'm going to take a sharp knife and take the little vein out, which is kind of a gritty, dirty part that we eat when we boil them. I don't think anybody worries about the vein when you're eating boiled shrimp, but for some reason a lot of us don't like it when it's in the shrimp in a gumbo. So this is a half a jar of the roux and water, and then these are some of my tricks I'm using. And I don't know why I have you see how it's foaming? A lot of people tell you that this is what it has to do. It has to come to a boil and actually foam up. It rises like it's going to overflow. And then I've heard some people say that, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble holding my phone and cooking, that unless it foams, it's not going to taste right. So it makes like a foamy. I'm letting it boil to the point where it's going to really foam up. Hello, Texas. I'm going to let it come to a real big foam at the top, and then I'm going to reduce the heat a little bit and stir. But these are some of my tricks I'm using today. Dry shrimp, which there was it's Louisiana. Oh, Lord, look how it's foaming. And it's going to rise. See, like it's going to want to overflow the pot. See how it scares me, and I don't want it to overflow, so I'm going to stir it real quick. And I'm going to I'm going to let it foam a little while. I don't want it to overflow. So I'm going to, this gas stove is the bomb, I tell you. You got to watch this thing. You talk about cook fast. Yes, I have a very flat Cajun accent. I'm going to lower the heat to probably like a medium high. And I'm going to it's still going to foam for a while. Then I'm going to continue to let just the roux and the crocodile, alligator, yes, hold on. I can't read and cook at the same time, so hold on. Okay, so let me tell you what else I'm trying to do. I kind of call it cheating in a way, but some people usually do use this. This is a dried little shrimp, and this is Louisiana dried shrimp. It comes out of Chauvin, Louisiana, and it's like about $1.99, $2, whatever. You get little bitty dried shrimp, and then you put that in there and it disintegrates. And then this is the ground dried shrimp, and so I'm putting that in there. That's kind of like just, I'm cooking it with the roux, and I'm hoping that it's going to help. And also, oh, another thing I did, some of these old Cajun cooks don't do all this, but I'm doing it because I can't figure out how to do it and make it come out. This is something else I bought. This is like you get chicken bouillon and beef bouillon. This is shrimp. Wait, my glasses are fogging up while I'm leaning over the pot of gumbo and I can't even read what I bought. Shrimp bouillon. So it's like cubes. And I'm hoping this is going to help too. So I have dried shrimp. I have ground dried shrimp. I have shrimp bouillon cubes. I have almost said live shrimp, but I have fresh shrimp that was frozen in the freezer section from down South Louisiana anyway. In fact, this weekend is the Delcom Shrimp Festival, which is where a lot of shrimp comes from down here in the Gulf of Mexico. And in Delcom, Louisiana, which is about 20 miles from where I live, they're having the big Delcom Shrimp Festival. So in honor of the Shrimp Festival, I'm trying to cook a shrimp gumbo. So let's see what it looks like. I never know how high I want to put the fire. I'm sorry, but I'm not reading a lot of stuff because I'm trying to concentrate and not let this thing boil over. But my dad was a wonderful Cajun cook, and he always said to let the roux and the water cook by itself without anything for 2 hours. And I've tried that, but to tell you the truth, after an hour and a half, I don't know, my patience wears thin. So that's probably one of the reasons why my gumbo doesn't come out. But everybody's different, and every Cajun cook is different. And if you ask 10 Cajuns how to cook a gumbo, you're going to get 10 different ways. I've learned that the hard way. So this is where we're at. So I'm going to let this boil on a medium heat for probably close to 2 hours. It's almost 10 o'clock. I'm trying to have this ready for noon. And then I'm going to come back and film. I don't want to bore y'all with me deveining shrimp, but I'm going to film later when it's time to put the shrimp in and the onions and whatever other seasonings I can come up with. And then I'll film the final product. Naturally, my cousin's going to make a homemade potato salad. And I have some old-fashioned root beer. Oh, let me show you that. That's a cool thing we grew up with, and I keep forgetting about buying this. I bought this Zatarain's. Zatarain's is a company in South Louisiana that produces a lot of Cajun things, and they make a root beer concentrate. So I bought that this morning. I'm trying to make a very Cajun meal for my 2 older sisters and my older cousin. And so I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll get back with y'all after a while. Thanks. I'm going to look at the film and see what y'all wrote. See you later.